Okay, we're taking a peek at Kirby Manga Mania Volume 1 by Hirokazu Hikawa. This is a best of series. Apparently, this was a long-running manga in like a children's magazine called Koro. It's got a very, goofy little kid sense of humor to it. And so the author picked out his favorite stories from his like decades-long run with the characters. So if you're used to Kirby in either the cartoon or the video games, this is a very different take on Kirby. He's kind of a jerk, and DDD, the villain of the video games, doesn't really do anything wrong, and Kirby's like this crazy little alien dude who just runs around eating everything and giving DDD a hard time. So the comedy works, I think. It's just very different from any other version of the character I've seen. Author also makes some nice little notes on both the writing and the art aspect of the stories. Most of them are just short little stories, like some goofy thing happens. They get trapped in a board game that sucks you into the board game, and you have to survive the board game in real life. And then Kirby's an idiot, and then as soon as they escape, he puts the pieces right back on the board and sucks them in again. This is kind of cute. Kirby imitates Mario and talks about how we've got to go save Peaches, and DDD keeps trying to tell him it's Princess Peach. It's not Peaches. Kind of absurd nonsense like that. There's also the author got a chance to revisit the characters after a 10-year hiatus for Koro's adult magazine rather than Koro's kid magazine. So they did a long series of gags about how, now we can do things in adult magazine we never could in the kids magazine. And there's lots of fourth wall breaks. So they say, oh no, the artist is running out of stamina. We've got to wrap this up quick. And so Kirby decides to do a giant 2-page spread pose to eat up the time before running off into the sunset. And look, the artist is a Tom and Jerry appreciator. What an absolute Giga Chad. So I would say mostly just goofy little antics. All ages appropriate. They do some things like, what could we get away with if we're an adult manga rather than a kids manga, but they don't show anything bad. So that kind of absurdity. I think Kirby shows up in like a hula girl skirt dancing around at some point. So nothing too substantive or deep, and it's not trying to do that. It's just trying to do lots of goofy slapstick comedy with Kirby and DDD. So if you're down for something like that, or you know a kid who would enjoy some goofy slapstick comedy, I think they get a kick out of it.